Hi coloring friends and welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to share the 10 books that I would like to finish in 2022. So I've seen this video done by a few others and I thought it was a really good idea. I like the idea of setting up a goal for myself. I definitely thrive on that sense of accomplishment and completing something. And I like the idea of making sure and holding myself accountable to actually working through the coloring books that I have, in opposed to just buying more and more and more coloring books and not ever finishing them. So this is the goal I'm setting for myself. I will definitely do my best to complete it. I think some of them are a little more realistic than others, but let's go ahead and dive in and see what is on my list for this year. So the first one, and I do apologize for the glare, it is a very ice rainy gray day outside today. So I did have to use my light, and I know that leaves quite the glare here, but I apologize about that. This is Whimsy Girl Celebrate the Holidays and Festive Occasions by Hannah Lynn. And I have a little bit of a head start in this because I did work on this one on New Year's Eve. And then there's actually another one that I had done in October, this one here. Now, I'm conflicted on this one because there is a duplicate of every page, although they are slightly different. So this is the same one as the other October that I colored, but you can see that there's a background change and they're kind of slightly different. So I'm not sure if I'm going to hold myself to coloring both copies or just making sure I work through on one copy. I don't know. I think that's a gray area there, whether that counts as completing or not. I guess it really doesn't. But I like this one as a choice because it goes through all the holidays of the year. And I thought it would be fun to kind of work through. And I mean, I don't know if we'll have any weddings in the coming year, but even so, it would be fun to color in like May or June during wedding season. And yeah, and just work my way through and color the holidays. There's Mother's Day, just a way to celebrate the special day by doing the coloring page. So that is number one on my list. Whimsy Girl, Celebrate the Holidays and Festive Occasions by Hannah Lynn. All right, number two is one of those probably loftier goals. This is A Million Cute Animals by Lulu Mayo. It is, I think, my favorite that I have of her books. And I like it of all her books because it gives you a variety of different animals to color, which I think is fun. And I love having completed pages in her books. It's fun to flip through and see what I've done. I don't have very many. So, and I don't think there's a single page in this book that I don't want to color. So I think that is a good one to have on my list. It is a big goal. I have only 1.5 pages completed. So I did finish this one last May. And then I am working on this whip here, which I have planned to complete by the end of this month. So I have my work cut out for me here, but it is a very fun book, and yep, I'm excited to have it all finished. So I'd love to see it all finished. That would be so fun. So that is A Million Cute Animals by Lulu Mayo, my number two pick of the year. Number three is a more realistic one. I've got a good head start in this one, Mystery Mosaics, color by number, and it is Woman by Belba Family. And I have quite a few finished in this one. I have been working my way through and just doing them in order. And I just use the X method, so that makes the pages finish up quicker too. And I've been doing one a month. I think I would have to step it up a little bit to get it done by the end of the year, but I've got a decent head start in this one, and I definitely think it's realistic to get that done before the end of the year. I'm probably about halfway through now, so, and that's a nice relaxing one to work on. I like doing these when I just don't want to think about anything else. So that is Mystery Mosaics, Color by Number Woman by Belba Family, and that is my number 3 pick for the year. Number 4 is this Zen Doodle Color by Number Stained Glass, and it is by Deborah Muller. She's the illustrator. And this is another one that I have quite a few pages done. I have a very good head start in this. It's another one that I try to do at least one a month. I've had months where I've done a lot more than one because, again, it's a relaxing color for me. So that is, I believe I'm probably a little over halfway in this one. So I think that's a very realistic goal for this one. And it'll be fun to have it all complete. I do like to sit and, even though it's not complete, look back through all the ones I've colored so far. I think that's fun to do. So it'll be exciting when it is all complete. And that's number 4, Zen Doodle Color by Number Stained Glass by Deborah Muller. Number 5 is actually the first book I bought during the start of lockdown. And this was kind of what spurred my whole coloring obsession, if you will. So this is the Sun Life Drawing 40 coloring pages, and when I picked this out, I had seen it on YouTube. I had started watching YouTube coloring videos, and I thought this was a good one to start with because it has a variety of different styles of pages. So it has mandalas, color by numbers. It has one color pages. It has just pictures that you can just straight color. So I liked the variety it had, and I really worked my way through it during lockdown. I did a lot of this during the height of the pandemic, if you will. And it's a lot of fun. So I have just a few straggler pages that I need to finish up in here. I think this is a WIP I started and then just wasn't feeling it in, I think, October. And then there's a few mandalas, and this one might take a little bit of time, but still looks fun. And let's see. Trying to see, I thought there was, yep, there's a few in the one color section that I have left to do. And you'll see I have trouble sticking to the one color, so even this one, I did it in sort of a shades of purple, which I think turned out cool. But yeah, so there's another one color. This one I don't know. I haven't figured out what I want to do with it yet, but yeah, I think that's probably all the ones I have left over to do. Yep, I think that's it. So just a very small handful in this one, and then that one will be complete. So this is, I think, a very realistic, easy pick. That Sun Life Drawing 40 coloring pages. The next one I have, this is the Mindfulness Coloring Book, Volume 2. The illustrator is Emma Ferrerans. Hopefully I said that right. And this book is just a lot of different things. There's a page with just brick and a page with just wood grain. There's vegetables and flowers and just ones that would be good to do a neat background in between the designs. So the reason this one's on my list is because, and I'm almost embarrassed to show this, but this is the day that I got the Derwent Inktense pencils, and I used this book to try them out and practice them. And you can see from where I started to where I kind of ended up on the page. I worked my way this way and started to kind of more get the feel of them by this side of the page. But anyway, it was a learning experience. And I thought, what better use for this book than to keep it as learning experiences. So anytime I get a different medium or a different type of pencil, or let's say I really want to practice a cool technique I saw on backgrounds, then I can pick a page like this and, try out the background on that page. Or I could pick that page with the brick or the uh, wood grain and practice a wood grain technique or the brick, coloring bricks. So this is meant to be sort of a learning book for the year for me. So I hope to fill it up because I'd like to be learning all year and trying new things. So the goal is to fill this up and practice all kinds of new techniques by the end of the year. So that will be the goal for the Mindfulness Coloring Book, Volume 2, by Emma Ferrerans. All right, we are more than halfway through now. Here is another very lofty goal, and it would be absolutely amazing if I could do this. Absolutely amazing. I would love to have this coloring book completely finished. And honestly, I'd love to sit down and read the whole story to my daughter then once it's all colored in. I think it would be so fun. It is a lofty goal. Oh, and I'm sorry, I didn't even say the name. It's Johanna Basford's Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. And there is a story that goes along through the book. And I have almost none of it. Oops, and it looks like my daughter got a hold of it at some point and added her own art to it, which is okay. I can work around that. It's already going to be kind of a almost scrapbook journey for me anyway, because I have this spread that worked from my very early days of adult coloring to more recent. Um, so yeah, it would be really cool to have that all done. And I'm setting myself the goal. We'll see. If it doesn't happen, it's okay. It still means that I focus myself to color some in this book and not just leave it sitting on a shelf. And that's the whole goal. So that is Johanna Basford's Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. All right, next one on my list is the Elegant Beauties coloring book. It is a grayscale coloring book by Elena Lazareva. And I did try in my pile to give myself a variety of styles of coloring book. I think that makes it easier to achieve the goal also when I'm not stuck on a certain type of book. And that way, if one month I'm not feeling coloring in a grayscale, I can certainly use my time to work on one of the other styles. Um, so this one I love because my daughter and I have a thing where there's duplicate pictures in the book. And what I do is I tear out a page for her to do, and then I have a page for myself to do, and we sit and color them together, and then we compare the results. And she is always way more artistic and creative with her pictures than I am. I'm always blown away by her. She turned 9 in November, so but she is a very artistic girl, and it is fun for us to do that together. So, and these are all so gorgeous. I mean, just so beautiful. So I only have a couple done in here, but it is a fun thing that her and I can do together. So I certainly don't mind having that on my list of ones that I want to work through for the year, because we definitely will. So yeah, just so many gorgeous pictures. It's another one where I don't think there's a single one that I don't want to color in here, so that's always a good pick. That is in Elegant Beauties by Elena Lazareva. The next one is a bit of a sad times here. This is the Mandalas coloring book by Coloria. Uh, Hopefully I'm saying that right. I'm not sure. And I do have a few that I've completed in here. However, I had it on the floor when we were having the kitchen redone, and things were everywhere. And I happened to set some of the cleaners from the kitchen on the floor next to it, and one of them leaked, and it got on the entire book's bottom left corner here. So it's a little disappointing. I don't know, it's not the end of the world. There's one that I've completed. Um, I've got a few done in here. It actually kind of looks cool, some of them. But yeah, I was a little sad when I discovered. But I don't think it destroys the whole book, and it's amazing paper and beautiful mandalas, and I don't want it to go to waste just because of that. So I'm gonna finish the book. That's the goal. Uh, and you know, it kind of adds a cool effect to the bottom corner if you think about it that way. So, um, yeah, so a little disappointing, a little sad, but I still think the pictures will turn out pretty, and I would still like to finish this book. So, and luckily, I took pictures of the completed pages that got messed up, so I do have that too to look back on and remember. But so that is the Coloria Mandalas coloring book, and it's really a nice one. A lot of fun to do. So, and we are down to the last one. It is the Beach Coloring Book by Color Questopia, and this is a mosaic color by number book. And it's another just fun, kind of mindless coloring one that I wanted to add in. I I love the ocean, so that'll be fun to do. I have a few completed, not many. I think only two actually. One in alcohol marker and one I did in colored pencil. Um, but yeah, this is a nice one. Just, I mean, I always love the beach year round, so it's on my list for ones that I'd like to complete. And it'll be fun to do, I know. So that is the Beach Coloring Book by Color Questopia. Now I have one bonus one that I'm adding to my list, and it doesn't it's not a coloring book. So there's that, but I have this reading planner. It's called A Novel Companion, and it is done by Little Inklings Design. You can find her on Instagram. That's where I ordered her planner. Um, and there's just pages for every month, and you can track your reading and, um, your favorite quotes and all of that. I started it last year, but this is the page that I'm adding to my things to complete coloring in 2022. Um, so I'd like to have this whole bookshelf filled out with books that I've read and then all colored in as well. Um, so this is my reading goal slash let's get it colored goal for the year. And I think that's another one that will be amazing to see all completed at the end of the year. And I'm trying to remember. I know, yep. So there is a coloring page in here too. So maybe I'll add that too, to have this whole thing completed, to get this colored and then my bookshelf completed. So I'm already one book in, which is a good start, and halfway through my second book. This is one I recommend checking out on Instagram. She does her bookshelf page, and she actually decorates each book on this page like the spine of the book that she just read. And her finished one from last year was absolutely gorgeous. So, Little Inklings Design on Instagram. Check her out. I'll try to link her in the description box too, because it's definitely worth a look. And if you like reading, also like I do, this is a really fun thing to work through if you enjoy reading. So that is the last bonus one, my A Novel Companion Planner by Little Inklings Design. And that is all of them. So I certainly have my work cut out for me this year, but I am more than excited to get into it and I feel very motivated and very excited about the stack of books that I have ready for me. So I hope you enjoyed seeing what my plans are for this year. And I thank you for joining me in this video today, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!